Hello, darlings. We'll start that again. Clear your throat first, you unprofessional prick. Hello, darlings. You join me here on early Wednesday afternoon, and by here I mean Windy Bottom, my humble little cottage up on the moors of the Peak District National Park. Now then, I was debating what to do for lunch today. I had posited the idea that I would go and have a Carvery, a terrible, terrible thing, at what I believe to be a fairly terrible pub. But my other option was to have a midweek mini roast here at home. But then I would feel guilty about not getting out there on what is a rather lovely day and doing something. So I have come up with a mad idea of combining the two. I am going to make my midweek mini roast here at home, and then I am going to put it into my heated powered cookie lunchbox thingy, thus, and I'm going to take it up to Ola Bar, which is where the Carvery pub is, and I'm going to eat it in the car on the back seat using the picnic tables in Mimi Le Banc, because it's beautiful outside, but it's a little bit chilly and a little bit windy. So that is the plan. So what I need to do now, and I'm going to be quite honest with you at this point, is to prepare the food and have a damned good, I've always wanted to do that, have a damned good tidy up here in the kitchen. So let's get on with that, shall we? Whoa! Okay, job number one is going to be to boil some potatoes. Well, to boil 2 potatoes, as that's all I appear to have. Right, well, 2 potatoes it is then. Now then, darlings, what I shall do at this point is to cleft each of these matching pair of his and hers highly powered potatoes. I shall cleft them both in twain, thus doubling the amount of potatoes that we have at our disposal. Fucking hell! Thus doubling the amount of potatoes that we have at our disposal. I previously only had 2 potatoes, now I've got 4. That's twice as much. Good tip, that. So I've bunged them in the saucepan vark, and I'm going to cover them in moist water. And there we are. Let me move you up a bit. The potato pears are in the saucepan vark. They're covered in moist water. I'm going to apply heat. There. I've just had a change of heart. I don't think that 4 potatoes is going to be enough because I'm quite hungry. So I'm going to cleft them in twain again. And this way, I've got 8. Oh yes. Up here for thinking, down there for dancing, middle for diddle. Right, 2, 4, 6, and 8. That is 8 potato pears I now have, and double bubble bonus, they'll cook quicker. Right then, darlings, my spuds are boiling. I have washed my little, well, it's like a little mess tin really, isn't it? So we'll give that a dry off with this manky old tea towel. And then what I'm going to do is, I've got some cold chicken in the fridge. Yeah, well, I mean, it's in the fridge, it's going to be cold. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to work that one out. So, chicken, what has been infused with your garlic, and your mustard, quite honestly. And what I'm going to do, because there's not much chicken there, is I'm going to increase the quantity of this as well by chopping it up into bite-sized pieces to increase the quantity, but also to make it easier to eat, because I am planning to potentially eat my midweek Sunday roast with a spoon. Delicious. So we'll pop that in there. Now I'm not warming that up because that will get warmed up automatically by the gravy. Because, oh yeah, there's going to be gravy, darlings. You can count on it. Right, let's chuck some beans in with the potato paste, because we don't want them to get lonely, do we? In you pop, my little frozen beauties. There we go. Right then, darlings, let's get this drained off. There we go. And we'll bung the spuds in with the chicken. Pardon fingers, they are dirty, clean. Ow, hot. And then give the beans a bit of a choppity chop. Marvellous. And then just give them a little swirl back in the pan. Just to get rid of the water. There we go. I am going to add in a knob of my butter replacement stuff. A few grains of black pepper. Give that a jolly good whiz around. Lovely. Super duper. And then pop that in with the potatoes and the chicken. Delicious. And then I've got a little bit of stuffing. Excellent. Not all that much there. Never mind. And then we will make some cheaty gravy. Lovely. We will add a cheeky splash of wine, a bit of percival pepper, and moist water. You can do anything with water, can't you? Test for taste. Oh, lovely. Delicious. And then bang all of that in there. Job's a good one. Finish off with another good grind of pepper, and then simply pop this in there, pop the lid on, get the power doings out, right, I haven't used this yet. I've used it plugged into, I was going to say plugged into the house, but it was plugged into a hotel room, wasn't it? Oh, I hate these. So bleeding fiddly. There we go. So, this plugs in here. 12 volt. Oh God. Let's just enlarge that. 12, 24, 220, 24. Right, so it's that one. Okay. We'll go in then. That in. And then we just plug that into the car and it will heat it up and keep it nice and warm. Right then, darlings, my little heated lunchbox is down there doing its thing, and I'm going to drive up to Ola Bar. Here we go then, darlings. Not the worst day for it either. Not the worst day for a panoramic roof either, and it's lovely and warm in here. Tractor! So we are going to throw a left here at the school. Nothing coming, off we jolly well go. And head up Pudding Pie Hill. Yeah, it's really called that. done a right-hand turn. And we are heading towards the nice bits. Junction, nothing coming, good. Heading towards Cutthorpe. But then we'll do a left here, heading towards Millthorpe. Left at the T-junction, onto Far Lane. And at this T-junction, it's turn right for Dogging and Shillito Woods. But we're going to turn left. Look at that, darlings. Not so dusty, is it? Whenever I drive this particular piece of road, I always think about Chinese Madam and her excitement when she did it for the first time, and how excited she was to send videos to her son, who was still back in China. He was due to come out and join us, because where she was from in China, they'd never seen a blue sky. The pollution was so heavy, they'd never seen a blue sky like we can see today. And of course it came as a revelation. Right, and now we head up to Olabar. And here we are approaching Olabar, around the Bendy Wendy's. What a stunning day. Now we've got a day of rain on Friday, I think, but otherwise this weather is going to hold all the way through until Sunday. But then next week it is going downhill and it is going to get colder. Right, here we go, Olabar. Now, as we come around here, you should be able to see Sheffield quite clearly. You should see that very clearly. That is Sheffield. And this, darlings, is the pub where I could have had the £6 Carvery. But we're not going to do that. We're going to park up in the nearest lay-by and have our own lunch instead. I am really enjoying this. This is genuinely nice. Well, that's annoying. I set the camera up facing this way when I was in the back, and filmed a load of stuff of me eating my lunch, except I didn't film it because I didn't turn the bloody camera on, did I? Twat. Anyway, I did genuinely enjoy that, and that opens up lots of possibilities of an additional element to Peugeot picnics. You can do that in winter. Right then, darlings, let's get home. Lovely, isn't it? Time for the sharp left-hand turn. Plenty of people parked up and gone for a walk. And on a day like this, who can blame them? Well, I must say, I'm really glad that I did that. On a day like today, it's a shame not to get out. Even if you're just getting out in the car and not doing a proper walk or anything. Got to be better than sitting inside the four walls. I'm annoyed that I didn't turn the camera on for all of the bit, but I moved the passenger seat all the way forward. I've got picnic tables in the back of the front seats. So I basically sat in the back with my food on the picnic table and my phone on the other picnic table, watching a bit of YouTube and watching the world go by in the sunshine out on top of the peak, and it was lovely. Anyway, here we are back at home, so I'm going to wrap today up at that. I'm not going to make you drive to work with me yet again. So thank you for your company as always. I wish you all a wonderful day ahead, and I can't wait to see you next time. In the meantime, much love from me. Bye bye.